Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Boardgame Heaven Talks Accessories, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the officially licensed insert by the Gift Forge for Lost Ruins of Arnak, plus its two expansions, the Lost Expeditions and Expedition Leaders. Now, the Gift Forge International sends these pre-assembled, so I got it like this, as you see it here. And before I show you how everything fits inside the box and where all the components go, I'd like to ask you to please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you have, you're an absolute legend. It really does help the channel. And maybe also check out my Patreon page by clicking the link in the description below, and you can support me for as little as just €1 per month or more, and in return you will get your name in the credits as a supporter, early access to all of my videos, and also access to Patreon exclusive videos. Alright, let's take a closer look. So here it is, the Gift Forge insert for Lost Ruins of Arnak plus expansions. This is how it's supposed to go in the box. It came pre-assembled, and there's a lot of little components here, so let me just show you those first. So here you have one tray for your idle tiles, with underneath a tray for research bonus tiles. Then you have a tray for your fear cards, and again they have these openings so you can easily take them out. All of them have that. There's a little bit of packing still in there. Starting cards tray as well. This is a separate artifact cards tray, and look at that, they have some nice engravings as well. That's really cool, both sides. And I actually, these don't. And let me just quickly check these. Also not, but these do. So this is for your item cards. Look at that. That's very cool, very thematic. I like that. And here are the encounter cards, which does not have any engravings on it. Then we have two smaller trays here with these icons on them, which match their symbols on the tokens. And we will see that in a minute when I put everything inside. We've got one bigger tray, which is kind of just put together like this for the site tiles, the guardian tiles, and more site tiles. And so yeah, with the 1 and the 2 on it, these are a bit bigger. It says the Gift Forge here on one side, Lost Ruins of Arnak on the back, and CGE on one side, because this is an officially licensed insert. Then we have this little tray here for the assistant tiles, some more packing material there. So 3 trays that you divide them up into, and you can easily take those tiles out. There is a arrival action tiles tray, and we have 3 little trays again with these engraved markings for their respective tokens. So these are 3 separate trays, just little boxes really. Then we have this, which looks pretty cool. So we have these 2 trays which fit into each other like that, which is pretty clever. And so this has the numbered tokens in them here, 2, 6, and 11. And here we have research reward overlays. Get still some more packing material coming out everywhere. We got the moonstaffs, waterfall, and fog tile cards, or tide tiles. Reverse and blocking tiles here and here. So there's that. And finally we have this bigger tray with a whole bunch of things. So we have Captain Archaeologist, Falconer, Eagle tile, Explorer, snack tokens, journalist newspaper tiles and article tokens, and the professor suitcase tile. We got the mechanic monkey assistant and gold widgets and the starting player marker. And then we have the blue player, yellow, red, green player components and 10 tiles, random roll tokens and pigeons, and archaeologist figures, which are red. This also has some of these icons on the side here, but that's it. So, and right now, so my box, I'll just open that up. It's basically just a big box with everything just tossed inside. So was in dire need of an insert, because as you can see, everything is just in Ziploc bags, and that's horrible. I truly hate taking everything out of these Ziploc bags and putting it back in every time you play. So I'm gonna just open all of these and show you where they go. So I'll be back in a second. So I've put everything inside the trays. You get a little leaflet that shows you how everything fits inside the box and where everything goes, which is very handy. A little reference, I'll just keep that in the bottom of my box. So let's just go through all of these trays one by one as I put them back in. So first of all, here I have some spaces free because I do not own the expansions, but of course it tells you what goes where. We just saw that. So the first player token goes here, and now also if you have the mechanic monkey assistant and gold widgets, those go in there as well. Random roll tokens and pigeons go here, and the red archaeologist figures go there. Which confused me for a bit because there's also the red player, which also has archaeologists technically, but I guess that's for an expansion. But everything goes in here, so you can just put this one inside the box already. I'm just putting that over here on the left. Then we have these trays for all those neat tokens. So here the spearhead tokens have that spearhead engraved in the bottom. That can go inside the box. You have the tray for these tablets. Also the same icon is engraved in the bottom. And one for the jewels. Really cool components there. So you just put those next to that other tray. We have the rival action tray, tile tray. So those can go in here for your solo games. So those go in there, and that goes on the side here. All right, we'll just leave that here for a bit. Then you have this one for the assistant tile. I just divided them up a bit. There's 12. So you can put 4 in each, or if you have an expansion that has these as well. I'm not sure what is in expansions actually. But there's room for more, and that goes on top here on the left of those smaller trays. So that's great. Then we have this tray, which we saw earlier for the sites, the 1 and the 2 and the guardians. So you just put them all in there. Simple enough. There's plenty of room. So, you know, if you have expansions with additional sites, there is plenty of room for that. You can just put that in the box as well. So on top of this, there's some room left for these 2 trays. So as you can see, they have the compass and the gold coin icon. So you just put all of those in there. So that's fantastic. You just have a little tray for all your coins and all your compasses. There you go. So those go in there, and you put those on top of here, on top of that tray. There you go. That'll sit on top of that. Then we've got, and I'll move the box over here so you can see that better. All right. So then we got this slot free for the cards. So this is a tray with the item cards, with all of these. So normally you turn these around, but I left them face up so you can see what's there. So that is one tray. Again, plenty of room for additional cards, even if you sleeve them. I do not have the encounter cards. That must be an expansion. And we have the artifact cards right here with the blue icon, and that's the one with the brown throw. And this is the vase. So that goes there. And again, like I said, plenty of room for sleeving and for additional cards. Then we've got your starter cards, these starting cards in the 4 colors for each player. So those go in here, and again, you can sleeve those easily. And on top of that, you can put all of the fair cards, just sleeve those. You have those at the ready to mix into your deck. And then we have a slot on the side here for these tokens, the idle tiles. Exactly, with the idols on them. So that goes in here. And these with the research bonuses. So you can put that on top of that. That fills that out really nicely. So we have some room left here. For this tray, And this one has the reverse tokens, which is these, the reverse tokens, and these blocking tokens as well. It has space for them here as well, but there's only 5 in the core game, so they all go in here. And I have this moon staff right here, but you also have all of these other things from expansions that you can put in there, and you put that on top of that. And then finally we have this, well, all of these remaining tokens, which is pretty cool. The number is indicated right here, so that's the 11s, the 6s, and the 2s. Looks really cool. They all have openings on the sides where you can take them out easily, here on the front and here in the back. So that's great. And it looks really neat, stacked like that on the table. And you can put those in here, so that fits together, which leaves you a bit of an indentation, a room for your notepad. So the scoring pad can go in here, in between these two walls against this, and that will sit there really nicely. So everything now has its own spot. And then finally, you just take all of the other components. So I usually start with the board itself to keep everything in place, which is a nice lid. And then you can take all of these things and these, and I wish this would fit in like that, but it doesn't, sadly. So I kind of just divide them up 2 by 2 to put that on top of that, and then you can put this underneath here, all of these cards. Put the rule book on top and any expansion things you have, and then all of that fits inside the box, nice and flush. Look at that. So excellent insert right there. Everything fits inside really nicely. And so that was my review of the officially licensed insert for Lost Ruins of Arnak by The Gift Forge International. Check out their website by clicking the link in the description below. I'd like to thank The Gift Forge for sending this over for me to review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and please also check out my Patreon page by clicking the link in the description below or the icon at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.